What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We're back at 52 Social Poker for another session. We're gonna be doing 1-3 matches stack. I don't think we're gonna go too long today. Maybe a 2 to 4 hour session and then call it a day. We might come back tomorrow with Danny. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's run good and yeah, wish us some luck. See you inside. So we sit down and buy the button for $4, so we're literally playing this as our first hand. The big blind and the +1 call, we check it. We check it dark and the big blind checks it dark. We have nothing to really do here. We're not really gonna bet a majority of the time with 5-4 offsuit and we're just buying the button. So there's no reason to really see a flop and then decide then. So we just check it dark on our first hand and the flop comes favorable. It's 4-8-4, 2 clubs and a diamond. So the under the gun +1 has option and bets $20. He only has about $80 behind. I think he bought in for 100. So I obviously call with trips and the big blind folds, so we're heads up. I check dark again and the turn comes a 5. The under the gun +1 with his option jams all in for $80 and we have an easy snap call here with the boat and we're obviously good. Right. Alright, in this next hand we are in the same orbit in the cutoff. The under the gun opens for $20. We call here with ace-jack offsuit and there's one more caller behind us, so we go 3 ways to a flop of ace-8-ace rainbow. So he flop trips with the jack kicker and the under the gun initial raiser just open jams for like $180. We have an easy snap call here again. Yeah, people are just donating money to us right when we sit down. We run it twice and we're good both runs.
Twice, run it twice.
Twice. So in this next hand, we're under the gun +1 with ace-jack offsuit. The under the gun limps it. We make it $20 with a premium. The +2 big blind and under the gun call. So we go 4 ways to a flop of queen, 5-10, 2 spades and a diamond. The big blind donk bets for $15 and the under the gun calls. 15 into 81 is really weak, so we're going to pop it up and make a pot size bet of $115. The under the gun +2 big blind under the gun fold. So basically what I'm thinking in the spot is that we have the over to the ace if anything and we have a gut shot to the king. But if we apply the most pressure that we can make them surrender all that dead money in the middle, especially with weak bets and donk leads like $15 into 81. In this next hand, we're under the gun with pocket 4s. We open for $17. The +1 and the big blind call, so you go 3 ways to a flop of jack, jack, 9, rainbow. This isn't a terrible flop for us because there shouldn't be too many jacks left out there. Only things that should be calling us are 9x hands. The big blind checks, we c-bet for $15 and the +1 calls and the big blind fold. So heads up to turn, which is the deuce of spades. We continue betting with probably the best hand, so we bet $50 and the +1 folds. If the +1 does call, we're just going to shut down and try to get the showdown for value. But there shouldn't be too many 9x's in the under the gun +1's range, so this bet should most of the time take it down. So we're under the gun +2 with 8-9 of diamonds. With suited connectors, we open to $15. The hijack 3 bets us to $45 and we do elect to call. I think we could be lighting $30 on fire here, but heads up, I'd like to see a flop with suited connectors which can play well post flop and be disguised as a hand. The flop comes 8-5-4 rainbow. So we hit this board and this shouldn't hit the hijack's 3 betting range too much. So when we check it to him, he c-bets for $50 and we have a call here and it could be lighting money on fire for sure, but we decide to call and reevaluate on the turn. The turn brings the overcard of the jack of clubs and when we check it to him, he checks it back. So this kind of narrows his range a lot more to where he can't have queens, kings, or aces, or he'd be continuing to go for value in the spot. So it seems like he was betting with overcards on the flop. So ace 9, ace 10, ace queen, ace king. If he had ace jack, he'd still be going for value. So I think we have the winning hand right now. So it does check on the turn, and the river brings the 7 of spades. So this shouldn't hit his range at all. If we were ahead on the turn, we're ahead on the river now too. So we check it to him and let him try to bluff at it, because we also just have showdown value as well. So we're happy to take down the pot if he does check it back. He does bet $70 into the 194 pot, and this is way too small to be folding. After thinking about what I said on the turn, it's very unlikely that he should be going for value in this spot if he didn't go for value on the turn. So we do in fact call, and he shows ace 10 offsuit, and our 8 is good. In this next hand, we're under the gun +2 again with ace 8 of hearts. We open for $15. The hijack calls and the button calls. Flop comes ace king 6 rainbow. We are going to continue betting with top pair for $30. The hijack folds and the button calls. So when the button calls this specific player, we have to assume we're beat, like for sure beat. So the turn brings the jack of clubs, we check it to him and he checks it. 5 of spades on the river changes nothing, we check it and he checks it, and the button shows ace 10 offsuit. So we were in fact beat. In this next hand, we're under the gun with pocket kings. We open to Jordan, $23. The under the gun +1 calls us and the button calls us. So we go 3 ways to a flop, which is pretty good. Queen 3-5 rainbow. We are going to try to charge all queen X hands here. So we continue betting for $40, and the under the gun +1 calls us. The turn brings a 6 of hearts. So ace 4 suited would be open-ended now. We're going to try to continue charging all other queen X hands and any ace 4s that might be there. So we bet $125 into the $153 pot. We'll be happy to just take it down here at this point. And if we're charging draws, we're winning a lot of money in the long run. So we do in fact bet $125, and the under the gun +1 calls us. I shouldn't be too worried here because I think he just has a strong queen, maybe ace queen, king queen at this point. I know we're blocking king queen, so ace queen's more of a likely holding. But the river brings a 6, and I think we're going to go for max value here. He only has about 200 to 300 behind, so he bet 300, putting him all in. He tanks a bit, but then he makes the call, and he shows a very surprising holding, which is the 4-6 of diamonds. So he runner trips, and it cripples us and all our winnings basically. We basically end the session only a bit up because of this hand, so it kind of sucks, but he flop open-ended and then continued through with his pair and open-ended. What can you do sometimes, right?
Alright, we're just leaving the poker club. We should have cashed out early. We ran so hot at the beginning. Literally first hand we flopped the boat. Second hand, what, flush? I don't remember, but we were running so hot. We were up like probably 350 at our max. Yeah, we were up 350 at our max. We lost a big pot. Where, what the fuck happened again? Oh, we had pocket kings. The pocket kings hand where the guy runner trip 6s. That one was rough. So we were down a point, being up 350. We climbed it back up. We were actually up 250, and then we just bled out. People were hitting their hands against us, and a lot of bluffs we got through to climb us back up to positive, but we ended up 1,070 from a buy-in of 1,000, so profit of $70. We'll take small wins. Just kind of sucks that we were up 350 in like 2 hours, and then in the 4 hours and a half that we played, we ended up only plus 70. But we'll always take a win. Won't complain. And yeah, that's it for the vlog. If you like the vlog and enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. See you next time.